Hey y'all, welcome back to another Let's Yap, the weekly yapping session where I talk to you guys about the random stuff that's gone through my head this last week. Today I've got a couple of topics I want to start on, so let's get going. Have you guys ever sat there and just been so anxious, like just completely falling apart, and you have like no idea why, and it turns out you're just hungry? Like last night, I get home from the gym. It was a hard session. We're like, good, that's what you want it to be. I walk in, I pet my cat, I start going and get in the shower. I then sit down on the couch, and I swear to God, for like 45 minutes, I don't move a muscle. The whole time, I'm like, God, I'm so hungry. And by the end of those 45 minutes, I'm like convinced my entire life's falling apart, which like somewhat happens regularly. And so I'm sitting there trying to figure out, what to do. My life's falling apart. I should move the Maine, be a lobster hunter, and sell lobster in a lobster store, which is ridiculous. And I finally just call my mom and I'm like, hey, I can't get up. Please help. And so she just forces me to get up by nonstop talking to me. And I get up, I drive to Cane's, and I have some of the best canes that I have had in God knows how long. Like, that sometimes when you go in there, and like, because Cane's is good, but Cane's isn't like an A tier restaurant. I was telling a friend this. It's like the range for Cane's is like a 4 to an 8. Like, it can either be mid or slightly below mid, or sometimes like, you know, it can be pretty good, but for the most part, it doesn't get up there. This was like a 9. Like, it was crispy, it was fresh, it was hot. They gave me extra ketchup, extra cane sauce. Like, what more could you really want? Anyway, so I'm eating this Cane's, and the more I eat it, the more I'm like, wow, my life's so good. I mean, this chicken is amazing. And I'm just sitting there, like, on the verge of tears thinking about how good this chicken is. And that's when I realized, oh, wait, I was just hungry. Like, that's all that was. I wasn't, my life's not falling apart. I just needed to eat. And like this happens pretty regularly to me, and so I don't know. Is this just a me? It can't just be a me thing. I've looked this up. Multiple. This is just a thing that happens. Like, do you ever sit there, think your life's falling apart, get a drink of water, and go, "Wow, my life's great"? Because I swear that happens to me almost every day. And like, I don't drink water very normally, so I tend to just be chugging water pretty much every hour. um, which not great, I guess, but it works. I have a ton of water consumption, and so anyway, we're not gonna talk about water consumption, but just like how annoying is it that our ability to be happy and like maintain homeostasis is entirely dependent on if you had enough chicken that day or not, or if you ate the right amount of carbs. Like, I get that we're little meat sacks running a robot suit in here, but like, come on, can we have a little bit of consistency? Because there's days where I can be starving, right? Like, oh, I haven't eaten in 20 hours, and I'll be fine. And then there's days where it's like it's been 2 hours since I had my last pizza roll or something, and I'm on the floor writhing, just can't make it. A little bit of consistency, I think, would be more pleasurable than the just I don't even know insanity that we go through on a day to day for just like like there's always a timer. There's always a, oh, how much longer can I go until I need to eat? And food's so expensive. I mean, if that Cane's was really good, but it was also like $15. Like, that's not cheap. And you can get cheaper stuff. I mean, McDonald's is, cheapish, but then it's McDonald's, and I mean, who really wants that? So like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't think it is, but yeah, that was topic number one. Topic number two, and this is a bit more nerdy. Have y'all seen the EF scale, like for tornadoes? It's bizarre. I am a massive weather nerd, and we got to talk about this because like 2 weeks ago, there was a massive tornado that like basically destroyed an entire town. Right, 195 mile per hour wind speeds is what they said it had, But this thing swept houses off the foundations. And this is what I want to talk about. Because, like, it's crazy that, used to, you could say, well, the town's gone. So that was clearly a strong tornado. It deserves an EF5. And now it's like, well, no, because technically speaking, if it could have been caused by an EF4, anything above that, we're going to, we're going to have to declassify, even if most likely it had to have been above it. Like, freaking concrete pillars were snapped in half. And they're like, well, technically speaking, wind speeds at 197 miles per hour may be capable of doing that under certain conditions. So we can't grant it an EF5 because, there might have been a chance for, like, some sort of weather anomaly. And it's like, come on, y'all. I mean, I get it, the classification doesn't matter, but it kind of does. If you say my town got destroyed by an EF4 or my town got destroyed by an EF5, one of them feels worse than the other, and we all know which one it is. So clearly it has some semblance of mattering. And I get, for the victims it doesn't matter, and my heart goes out to them. But to the people who are like sitting there trying to quantify what happened and are trying to move on, being told, yeah, your entire town was destroyed and, there's nothing left anymore, but it could have been worse. How could it have been worse? What classification? And it's why we haven't had an EF5 in, like, what was it, 12 years now? What was it, 2013? Yeah. It's stupid. Just let us have it. Let us have this. Like, it is clearly a problem. Like, clearly we have strong tornadoes. So why are we pretending that, massive and strong tornadoes aren't a big, like, it's just, and, we're going into storm season, so I get that, like, they're probably being extra cautious. Don't even get me started with all the stupid stuff removing, people from the National Weather Service is going to do. I mean, where I live, we had massive tornadoes back in November of last year. And obviously the National Weather Service caused the tornadoes, but we didn't get the correct information out because it was 2 a.m. in November. And so my town gets hit without any warning. Only reason I was awake was because I'm a nerd and I was watching it. Absolutely asinine. I mean, just it's a penny out of their budget, but it's going to cause people to die. I get you want to save money, but this is not the way. And no, they don't want to save money. They just want to screw us over. That's all it is. Anyway, that was that rant. Another topic I wanted to talk about today is starting new relationships is kind of hard. I mean, I have some people I know who are trying to start new relationships, and it's not easy. I don't know when the last time any of you guys, were in a new relationship, but that stuff's hard. And it's scary trying to start something out that, especially if you've not done it before. The beginning parts of a relationship, while they can be extremely exciting, can also be really nerve-wracking. Anyway, that's just some thoughts I have. Y'all have a great day.